YouTube will what say what. Hey, it's Big Tim 208. Let's talk about something that's kind of controversial today. The Subaru Solterra EV, which is also available in Toyota and Lexus under different plates, different brand names. We're going to do a quick walk around and we're going to talk a little bit about why this might be the absolute perfect round the town commuter. So, lots of people out there don't like electric vehicles, and I don't blame them. I am not a big fan of electric vehicles myself, but this one is unique. It does have 8.3 inches of ground clearance, and Subaru says that with these Bridgestone tires that are on here, which are the same style of heavy-duty tire that goes on the Ascent, because this thing weighs almost as much as an Ascent, if not more, that it is very off-road capable. I haven't personally taken one off-road, so I don't know if that's actually the case, but we're going to talk about what makes this thing what it is. So, the Solterra is an electric vehicle. What's the big positives and negatives of electric vehicles? Negatives are range anxiety. People don't like a vehicle that can't take them more than a couple hundred miles, even though their day-to-day commute might only be 10 or 12 miles. That's probably its biggest complaint. No fuel. I can't put gas in it. It is what it is. But its benefits. You can see it right there. 102 mile per gallon equivalent. So for those of us like me in Idaho who don't have very expensive electricity, this vehicle is incredibly inexpensive to operate. Now I know what you're thinking. Man, these things are expensive. They use more cobalt mining, which actually is worse for the environment. And some of that's probably true. But they're affordable as hell. Look at this. That's $338.72 a month. And that's if you put, almost $5,000 down. But if you don't put $5,000 down, then the payment goes up about $20 to $30 per thousand. You can kind of do the math there, YouTube. Does that make it affordable? Absolutely. For a $50,000 EV vehicle to be able to drive it for $338 a month with $5,000 down, extremely affordable. I personally would never purchase one of these. I would lease one. I would definitely lease one. I would never, ever, ever purchase one, and I'll tell you why. Great vehicle, but here's the downside of this. The technology in this world for batteries is getting better and better every single year. And like a computer, that technology is going to change. And I don't want to buy something that potentially is going to have a battery type that is obsolete in a few years. So I think the Solterra is a perfect vehicle to lease. Let's talk about the inside features for just a minute. If you don't know much about the Solterra, they are a joint engineered vehicle between Subaru and Toyota. You got things like your Hardin Carmen audio speakers, your memory seats, a lot of things that would carry over from the Subaru world, but you also have a lot of things that would carry over from the Toyota world. So this charging pad here feels very Toyota to me. The screen, extremely Toyota. The steering wheel, that's Subaru. They chose to go with this squared, steering wheel for the 2024 model year. The safety technologies, mostly Toyota. Mirror stuff, I think that's pretty much all Toyota. This doesn't look like any other Subaru, auto dimming exterior mirrors. Even the blind spot detection that's on this mirror outside here, which is there. I know it's hard to see in the camera. That's Toyota. That's not a Subaru, blind spot detection. Subaru would put their blind spot detection here if they had their choice in this joint build. I think that's probably where they would have put things. So the Solterra is fun to drive, and it does have a unique steering wheel, which is this flat top and flat bottom, and it feels good in the hand. You do have your automatic headlights, which again, this control feels very Subaru. This feels very much like a Subaru control. Steering wheel controls feel like they're maybe a joint between Subaru and Toyota. I don't feel like these are 100% Toyota, but I also don't feel like they're 100% Subaru. Paddle shifters are definitely a Subaru thing. Parking brake is Subaru style. The view button. I mean, some of this is just, it is what it is. It's kind of like, a joint developed vehicle. It's got a little bit of love from each manufacturer. Now, Subaru did the all-wheel drive bits, the suspension bits, so they're responsible for that part of it. It's got some really cool things like X mode, which is for low traction surfaces. So you have your X mode that's available to you. You have your drive modes that are available to you. So you have your different drive modes. It's got some of the soul of a Subaru, but maybe not all of the soul of the Subaru, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I think if you're in the market for something that is affordable, doesn't use gas, but maybe gives you a little bit of range anxiety from time to time, then this might be a good vehicle for you. Now, it's my understanding you can get 10, maybe 20 miles worth of range just charging on the 110 outlet. Again, if I was going to lease one of these, I would probably just use the 110 outlet because I'd be driving it around town. And that's what I think this vehicle needs to be advertised as. The perfect round the town vehicle. And that's, I'm going to pay attention to the road here as I'm driving around. It's comfortable. I've got room for my legs. My passengers would have plenty of room. The back seats are roomy. If I needed a vehicle to just take me back and forth to work, I think the Solterra would be an excellent choice. So, YouTube, I'm going to ask you, what do you think? Do you think the Solterra is a good commuter style vehicle? Now, Subaru says, and you'll have to forgive me here, I haven't memorized how many times a year, and I'm going to stop the car here because I don't want to hear that infernal beeping. I forget how many times per year you can do it. Put my seatbelt on here, YouTube. Much better. But Subaru says, hey, if you're going to take a long trip, we'll loan you a vehicle. And I think it's 7 times a year, maybe. I don't know. If you're going to go longer than 100 miles, come borrow a vehicle. And that's pretty cool. So if you're going to do an EV, lease one of these. That's just my humble opinion. And do yourself that favor and borrow a car if they're going to be longer trips for you. And then that takes away your range anxiety for those longer trips. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the whole Solterra thing. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the other features and things like that. I mean, it does have all the, adaptive cruise control, blind spot detection, driver distraction mitigation system. These are and can be extremely well equipped, or they can be more basic. They don't have a real leather seat. That's StarTech material, so that's the water resistant material that Subaru uses. So that's another little bit of Subaru love that comes to the Solterra. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Solterra. I do like that it tells me, hey, you're coming up to a stop sign. I don't know if y'all can see that there, but it tells me, hey, you're coming up to a stop sign. You might want to stop the vehicle. Anyway, I think they're neat little EVs. And again, if you're going to get one of these, lease it and use it for around the town vehicle. Thanks for watching. Please, again, like, comment, and subscribe. And what, say what?